At 11:47 p.m. on March 3rd, my wife stopped breathing. 4 minutes later, I opened my eyes, still sitting in the same chair, but I had just watched her walk into a place I shouldn't have been able to see. The hospice nurse said 3 words to me that night that explained everything. Shared death experience. It is so rare, most people do not know it exists. But once you know what to look for, you will realize it has happened to someone you know. My name is Michael Patterson. I'm 52 years old. I was a skeptic. I dealt in numbers, not miracles. But I'm going to tell you exactly what I experienced in those 4 minutes. Why the last 8 months of my life have felt like I am living in 2 worlds at once. But first, you need to understand who Lisa was. Lisa and I met when we were 24, married at 26, 27 years together. She believed in signs, energy, souls. I believed in spreadsheets. She would tell me she felt her deceased grandmother's presence. I would nod politely and change the subject. We worked, opposites who somehow fit. Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. January diagnosis, 3-month prognosis. She lasted 2. I am not going to pretend I handled it well. I became obsessive. I moved into her hospice room, slept in the chair, held her hand so much the nurses had to remind me to eat, to sleep, to breathe. On March 3rd, the day nurse caught me before her shift ended.
Tonight or tomorrow morning,
She said,
her breathing is changing.
"That sound they call the death rattle, it is worse than you imagine." I pulled my chair close, took both her hands. At 11:38 p.m., I started talking, reminding her of our first date, the terrible Italian restaurant, the waiter who spilled wine on my shirt, her snort laugh that made me fall in love, our wedding day, dancing in the parking lot in the rain, her muddy dress, her saying,
"Now we'll never forget this."
And then I made her a promise. "Lisa, if there's something after this, if you're right about everything, show me. I need to know you're okay." I did not expect what happened next. At 11:43 p.m., the pressure in the room changed. I do not mean metaphorically. My ears popped. The air felt dense, like right before a thunderstorm. The fluorescent lights seemed dimmer, but everything looked sharper. I could see dust particles suspended in the air, completely still, like time was negotiating with itself. Lisa's breathing slowed. 1 breath every 15 seconds, then 20. I squeezed her hand. "I'm right here." And at 11:47 p.m., something pulled me. Not physically, but real, like gravity reversed from the inside. I looked down, and I saw myself in that chair, my head bowed, shoulders shaking, crying, but I was not in that body anymore. I need you to understand. I am not saying I know what happened. I am telling you what I experienced, what I believe I experienced. You can decide what it means. Lisa was beside me, not her body in the bed, her. She looked like herself at 24, her hair dark and long, wearing something white that moved like fabric but glowed like it had light inside it. She turned to me, smiled, that smile I had been missing for weeks. I didn't hear her voice with ears. I perceived it, inside and around me simultaneously.
"You're coming with me, just part way, so you know."
The room dissolved. Walls became transparent, then became light. Everything became light, warm, golden, alive. This was not light you see, it was light you feel. We moved, not up or forward. Direction stopped meaning anything. Space folded, reality bent. And then we were somewhere else. Now, I know what you are thinking. Dying brain, lack of oxygen, DMT release, hallucination. I thought those same things. But here is what I cannot explain. I wasn't dying. My brain was fine. I felt fully conscious, fully alert, and I remembered everything with perfect clarity. Not like a dream, like a memory. What I saw, language does not describe it, but I will try. A meadow, but the grass wasn't grass. It was green light that swayed without wind. Each blade hummed. I could hear them existing. Joy, being, life singing itself. Trees that breathed, that pulsed with rhythm. Leaves made of colors I had never seen. I don't mean new shades of blue. I mean colors that do not exist in our spectrum. One color felt like coming home. Another felt like every good memory simultaneously. The sky moved like water, but felt like being held. I could see music in it, hear colors, everything connected. One thing experiencing itself in infinite ways. Lisa took my hand. Her hand was solid, real, more real than anything I had ever touched.
Look,
People were coming toward us, gliding, moving without moving, getting closer without traveling distance. As they approached, I recognized them. Lisa's mother, dead 6 years from a stroke. Here she looked maybe 30, radiant, crying tears of light. Her father, gone 12 years. He was laughing, the sound like layered music, like every good laugh you have ever heard played at once. Her grandmother, her childhood friend Amy, who died at 19, her uncle Tom, her cousin Jessica, people from photo albums I had stared at during Lisa's funeral planning. They surrounded her, embraced her, and the love was so intense I thought I would shatter. This was not emotion, it was a force, a presence, physics made of feeling. Lisa's mother held her face in both hands.
Oh, my baby, you're home.
Lisa cried light, tears that fell upward and dissolved into the air like stars being born.
Mom, I missed you so much.
I was with you. Every day. I was always with you.
Remember when Lisa used to say she felt her grandmother's presence? This is why. They were there, just on the other side of something we can't normally see. Then Lisa's mother looked at me, really looked at me. I felt seen in a way I had never been seen before. Every thought, every fear, every secret moment of love and failure, all of it seen, all of it accepted.
Michael, thank you for loving our girl.
I tried to speak. Words formed without sound, without breath. I didn't do enough. Her smile forgave everything I had ever done wrong.
You did exactly what you needed to do. You loved her. That's all anyone can ever do.
Lisa turned to me, took both my hands in hers.
You have to go back now.
No, I'm staying with you.
It's not your time.
I don't care.
Michael,
She touched my face, her palm warm against my cheek.
you have to tell people what you saw. That death isn't the end. That love doesn't stop. Tell them we're all going home eventually. Tell them not to be afraid.
She was asking me to do this, right now. What you are hearing, this is me keeping that promise.
I'll be waiting. I promise. And Michael, you're not a skeptic anymore.
She kissed my forehead. Everything exploded into light. I was pulled backward, fast, like a rubber band snapping. The meadow vanished, the light faded. Lisa's face shrank to a pinpoint of brightness in an ocean of darkness. Then I slammed back into my body. The physical sensation was violent, like falling from a building and hitting concrete. Every nerve fired at once. Pain, cold, weight, gravity. Everything I had forgotten existed. I gasped. A huge, choking breath that burned my lungs. My eyes opened, and I was still in the chair, still holding Lisa's hands. But her hands were cold now, stiff. The nurse was beside me, her hand on my shoulder.
Mr. Patterson? I am so sorry. She is gone. She passed about 4 minutes ago.
The clock read 11:51 p.m. 4 minutes. I had been gone for 4 minutes? But it felt like hours, days, a lifetime compressed into 4 minutes of Earth time. I stared at Lisa's body, because that's what it was now, a body, an empty shell. She was not in there. I knew she wasn't, because I had just seen where she actually was. I saw her, I whispered. The nurse's expression changed. Not skeptical, not pitying, understanding.
Shared death experience.
She said quietly.
It happens sometimes when the bond is strong enough. The living can go part way with the dying. I've seen it 3 times in 20 years.
She knew. She had seen this before. Was it real? She squeezed my shoulder.
Does it feel real?
More real than this. More real than anything.
Then trust that.
That was 8 months ago. I quit my job, started writing, started speaking. I am telling Lisa's story because she asked me to. This video? This is me keeping my promise to her. I do not claim to have all the answers. I do not know if what I saw was heaven or the afterlife or some dimension physics hasn't discovered yet. I don't know, but I believe it was real. I believe I went somewhere. I believe Lisa is okay. More than okay. And believing that changed me. I am not afraid of death anymore. Not for myself, not for the people I love. Do I miss her? Every single day, every single hour. Grief does not disappear because you have hope, but the grief is different now. It is not grief over her being gone. It is grief over her being there while I am still here. That is what I meant by living in 2 worlds at once. Part of me is still in that chair, holding her hand. Part of me is still standing in that meadow, watching her walk toward her mother. And part of me is here, now, trying to make sense of what it means to keep living when the person you lived for is somewhere you cannot follow. Not yet. The hospice nurse was right about one thing. Once you know shared death experiences exist, you start hearing about them. They are more common than anyone talks about. People are afraid to share. Afraid of being called crazy. Afraid no one will believe them. I am not afraid anymore. If you have lost someone, I want you to know, I believe they are okay. I believe they are more than okay. And I believe they are still with you in ways we do not fully understand yet. If you have ever felt their presence, if you have had a dream that felt too real, if you have walked into a room and sworn you could feel them there, you might not be imagining it. If this story meant something to you, consider subscribing, not for me, but because your story might be what someone else needs to hear. We are all trying to make sense of the biggest mystery. What happens when we die? I do not have definitive answers, but I have my experience. And my experience tells me the people we love are never truly gone. They're just on the other side of something very, very thin. And someday, we will walk through it too. And as always, stay curious.